So we're not giving financial advice. We're giving our opinion.
We're giving our opinion on a thing.
Yes, we're giving our opinion on a thing, which is cool. So yeah, I woke up at 4. Dude, I just got excited about doing this morning, by the way. Because
Nice.
what? Did you read this article? Listen to this one. What was it? In the last 5 months, 5 months, there's been more money put into the stock market than the last 12 years.
Unbelievable.
Isn't that insane?
Yeah, nobody's talking about it, but the stock market hits a new high almost every single day.
I know, it's blowing my mind.
It's unbelievable, particularly the Dow every day. The S&P most of the time. The Nasdaq's a little more of the Wild West still, but even they're all raging. Yet you notice all the retail investor stocks are still beat up. So all the investors are at their high.
I'm sure you didn't want to hear my dogs bark, so I walked away to put them in the crate. Did you hear me?
I heard you.
Okay. Remember back in 2008? I think we have to start talking about 2008, 9, 10, whatever year it was. I don't remember. I think that people that are invested in the stock market right now have to start thinking about 2008, 9, and 10.
Right.
And the reason I bring this up is, tell me how to put your so-called insurance on different stocks, and so that, let's say, for an example, let's just say, this is not financial advice. Please seek financial advice from somebody. But if you're trading a stock, or how can you hedge your future so you can set some of your gains aside, so you don't have to worry about losing your principal so much as it is to watch the ride continue?
Well, you got two questions. First, you got to get gains. So
no, let's say you already got gains. Let's say you started with, I don't know, $30,000, and now you're at $70,000. Okay, and so I want to do everything I can to preserve that $70,000 going forward.
The simplest way to do that is to buy puts.
Okay.
At or near the money. Which
so
means
I bought a stock at $20. It's now trading at like $62.
So you buy puts at 60.
No, here's my question. How far out do you go on the puts?
That, to me, that's a personal question. I would not go that tight.
Okay.
Because you're up huge. The tighter you go on your puts, the more expensive they are by far. If I bought a stock for 20 and it ran up to 60, I'd buy puts at 50. Because the puts at 50 are going to be dirt cheap. And your stocks are going to run up and down. So just because it runs from 60 down to 53 doesn't mean you lost any money as long as you hold the stock, as long as you still think it's going to 100. So I would go a little further out of the money, protect, right? Because even at 50, you've protected $30 of your gain on a $20 stock. So you're up 150%. And you're paying a small fraction of what you'd pay to buy your in or near the money puts, especially on some of the stocks in the sector that we're trading in right now. The puts are the most expensive in the entire marketplace. So
just because it's swinging so much, going up and down, up and down, up and down.
Right. So if you go and look at and anybody can go do the math. If go look at a put on AT&T that's 10% out of the money, and then go look at a put on Riot Blockchain that's 10% out of the money. One of those is going to be 10 times as expensive as the other one. Because AT&T's got its own backstop. It's a dividend stock. It's a Dow, it's a blue chip.
So you have you buy them in lots of 100 when you do your options. You do the puts, And you're talking just like a few pennies if it's that far out of the money, correct?
Let's look it up. I'm going to look it up right now. On something like AT&T, it would be pennies. On something like in the Bitcoin mining world, it's going to be more than that. But let's look at the difference.
Did you hear about Kathy Wood's statement about inflation?
No, I did not.
Yes, it's going to be interesting.
What
She
did-
says that they do not have a control on inflation, and it's going to spiral.
Spiral.
Not downward, upwards.
Oh, boy. Is she talking about the markets, or is she talking about traditional
inflation? So you got a loaf of bread that costs $1 now. She's saying in 3 months from now it's going to cost $3.25. That she feels that the commodities are so messed up. I mean, she didn't say commodities. I don't know. I didn't even read her article. I just heard somebody talking about it this morning as I was scrolling through.
Well, there's already right now.
I mean, like building supplies. Look at building supplies. It's a great indicator.
Exactly. Those are the types of inflation we've had in the past, particularly building supplies. When things heat up,
But they never come back down.
Oh, that's true. That's right. But I don't know, the milk and eggs and whatnot. I couldn't tell you how much. I know how much eggs cost.
How much do they cost, Tom?
Well, it depends. You got to get, you can still get a dozen eggs for like $1.
Right.
If you want to just get the,
eggs, yep.
generic eggs.
I say you can get them for 10 cents a piece.
You can get, right. If you want to get like I get the
36.
I get Eggland's Best.
Oh, you're a snob, huh?
I'm not affiliated with them in any way. I get them or I'm in the Southeast, so we have Publix. They have a Greenwise brand of their own but that's triple the price. But when you're talking $1 or $3, who cares?
Whoa, you're a big spender.
Because I don't know what's in those $1 eggs. I'm gonna take it scares me almost that they're so cheap.
Just when you go out and you eat places, they're not buying the $3 eggs, my friend.
Oh, I know. If I get scrambled eggs, you gotta ask for real eggs, or else
really?
they got even something else altogether that they give you.
Who knows? Who knew we'd go to eggs this morning, huh? Okay, so did you find it on Riot?
Yes. So I went to Marathon Digital.
Okay, so and that's about $50 a share right now.
Right. So to go rate it at the money at $49. Oh, I gotta go to puts, not calls. $3.30. So that's like almost 7%. So if you're doing that, and that's the ones that expire this Friday, so you can't spend 7%.
Do it every single week.
Right. There's no way. You might as well just take your gains and move along with your life, because that's worse than. But if you go, let's go down to $40. Now it's 47 cents instead of $3.30. So it's 80+% cheaper. That's doable. But you got to be willing to stomach some If you're not willing to stomach some amount of fluctuation, then you should sell your stock anyway. What some people would do, and if you own a stock now you're getting into some tax consequences between a short-term gain and a long-term gain. But if you're just buying and selling stocks, if you're a swing trader or a day trader, the best thing that somebody would do if they're up that much is put a stop loss on and just get out of the stock if it goes down 5%, if that's what they're comfortable with. And that saves you from the stock crashing. I would rather do what you just talked about, which is buy puts at $40 for 47 cents and hold the stock, because these are buy and hold stocks for us. But that's a big part of the decision. Is this a buy and hold? Is this a long-term stock for you, or is it a swing trade? So if you want insurance on a long-term stock, then you got to pick an amount you're comfortable. 15%, 20% out of the money. And you hope you're wasting your money every week.
What if you go farther out, like a couple weeks?
It gets, so let me just go even one more week out. Instead of 47 cents, that is now going to be, it goes fast. So that's now going to be $1.27. So that's almost,
That's insane.
Yes.
So insurance is really expensive.
That's just 2 weeks.
Look at Apple.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're looking at a hyper stock. If you want to get to, let's look at AT&T. That's as steady a stock as you can get.
Yeah, just so you know that order didn't take this morning. I wake up. I put it in at 3:31, by the way.
Outrageous. Well, at 3:31, there's.
No, but I did a future order.
Yeah, I hear you. You look a kid on Christmas.
Yeah, I know I am. I have a feeling today's gonna be an unbelievable day. So
to put it in perspective, AT&T trades at 30. To get puts that expire this Friday at 29 is 5 cents.
Oh, okay. So if there's a small trading window, then insurance is cheap.
That's
if
right.
There's a large trading window, then insurance is really expensive.
We're trading what is still considered a small cap. They're not penny stocks anymore, but they were 3 months ago. They're small cap and super high volatility. So that's the most, they're literally, last week, Riot, Marathon, and SOS were the highest premium calls and puts in the entire market. So
it looks like you're setting some calls.
It's, I mean, right. That's why it's so tempting to sell calls. It's almost only greedy not to sell them. They're so good that the only thing you're worried about is, I'm going to make this much money instead of maybe if I didn't do that, I could have made twice as much money.
So you got any opportunities for anybody today?
Mostly it was just putting all the information on the miners together last night. I got
your opinion. That means nothing to anybody.
I have some opinions. How do you get, this is the thing that I don't understand. And I was talking to my brother last night who was playing counterpoint with me. They paid some money and issued some stock in exchange for 700 mining machines. Now, you and I both know from looking, it's hard. You might as well go search for gold than find one of these Bitcoin mining machines. So they just,
Trust me.
They're by far the most legit. If they're a scam, then they're the best scam going because they seem legit. But man, this has been so ugly that
oh yeah,
I
But
lost all faith.
I mean, they said they have them there in 3 days. So hopefully they sent me the stuff. I didn't look yet this morning, but then I'm going to do the wire today, and we should be up and going by the end of the week.
So what we're talking about, we've been trying to buy Bitcoin mining machines for 5-6 weeks.
Yeah, I was gonna say over a month.
And it's like, if you go Google it right now, you'll be real excited and you'll think you can buy a bunch of machines. But if you dig into it, there's no machines. They're all scams. All these machines are bought. And Riot just announced last week that they put a contract in for 42,000 bit miners. So that's why there's no machines. Between Riot and Marathon.
Well, and then there's another one, whatever that gaming company is, they bought the machines I was buying. My little small amount of money in their, $10 million purchase was a lot bigger than my little tiny.
That's right. People are buying these $10 million, $50 million, $100 million at a time. So when somebody wants to go out, even if you wanted to go out and buy 100, you become insignificant to these people. It's crazy.
Right. I know, but I, that's my theory about making a friend. Is he? I don't know if he's just BSing me or making me feel good or what it is, but he's like, I set these aside for you so you can get them. We're rooting for you and yada yada yada. So it'd be interesting, dude. If they're lying, this is hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars in each one of these places that they're lying about. So.
Oh yeah, the tricky part is, a lot of these places are hosts. Mm-hmm. So they can even show you, oh, look, here's a room full of 5,000 machines. But the thing is, it's not their machines.
Well, yeah,
They're
exactly.
just hosting them.
Well, and here's the other thing, is I'm going to take and have a, what is it called? A camera. You can have camera installed directly on your machines. You pay for it, but you can see your machines running at all times. So if you have a problem, you can alert them. And they walk the thing and make sure everything's working. And you have, with your mining pool software, it shows real time activity of your mining.
Like when you put your dog in
the kennels.
Daycare.
Yeah. Exactly, same thing. These are my new dogs.
You're gonna like them more than you like your dogs.
Oh, absolutely. So
we love dogs. No hate them.
I love cats too. So yeah, all that work and that didn't go through. And then I tried to do it at my other platform, and they said I didn't have enough money.
For the trade that you were trying? Well, did you try to buy more than? Unbelievable. Well, Bitcoin is at 60,367 as we speak.
We need that to open. If we can make a half an hour.
It's 9 hours into staying above 60,000. That's the longest run it's had. That's pretty much the longest run it's had. So let's see what happens at open. He did PayPal, and then now he's got a company called Palantir that's going to take over.
What is it?
It's a software company. They have two products. One's called Gotham, and that is for governments. Like they just got a contract to monitor the nuclear weapons.
Really?
So they've got government contracts coming left and right, but that's actually their small amount of business. Then they got this, what's it called? Foundry. I'm not sure. I can't remember what it's called. That's their other software that sorts data. And they are just the leader in this. Their software is better than everybody else's. These guys get a new contract every day. That guy has an unbelievable track record of investing and starting companies. So he's somebody worth listening to. He's 50.
Oh, is he really?
Oh. That's right.
He's an old guy. All right. Well, good talking to you, Tom. Tweet out. What's your tweeter thing?
Oh, at Talkin' Investing, no G, Talkin' Investing. Part of Can You Do Any Better network.
Wait a second. There's no G?
No, because it's Twitter. So anything that's an actual word is long gone.
All right. You going to be putting out anything?
Oh yeah.
Any picks of the day?
I got some stuff I'll be tweeting out today for sure. I got an EV company that I'm going to be doing a video on. We're going to get our in addition to these videos that we're doing, we're going to get some targeted videos on some interesting stocks. So my first one's going to be an electric vehicle company. It's not any of the ones you're thinking of. So stay tuned.
All right. Well, I got to run. I got a customer calling me. So have a great day, everyone.